The Dutch East India Company was a formidable and highly successful organization. It was a company with a familiar corporate structure, but one that was effectively given the powers of the state. So in its 1602 charter, it receives the right to conduct military warfare, it receives the right to conduct independent diplomacy, and it receives the right to seize control of territory. And so it uses this very potent triumvirate to establish itself as not simply an economic power in Asia, but also as a military and political power.
The Zheng organization is a quasi-governmental, familial organization that engaged in armed trade and also armed political resistance against the Manchu Qing dynasty of China.
Why the Zheng are so formidable is because we see here something that looks quite distinct from other Asian states. We see here a maritime-oriented Chinese state that is drawing much of its income from maritime trade. And this represents a very significant new development for Asian politics to have these maritime powers that are so interested, so invested in maritime trade. And this sets up a very sustained and very fierce competition between the Zheng Maritime Organization on the one hand and the Dutch East India Company on the other hand, two rival maritime powers that are vying for control of the same markets, vying for control of the same industries, vying for control of the same lucrative trades. In the 1660s, we see the beginning of what was in fact a supercharged trade war that was fought out between the Zheng Maritime Organization and the Dutch East India Company as they sought dominion over sea lanes and over trade.
There was a competition in deerskin, which was produced in Taiwan, produced in many parts of Southeast Asia. It was also a geopolitical conflict in the sense of this being a clash between two maritime powers over the sea lanes that connect these different product sources and markets to each other.
This war spilled out across East and Southeast Asia, transforming politics across the region and forcing a range of states from Tokugawa Japan to Siam to Cambodia to respond.